Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new or just clicked on this video, thank you very much. My name is Alexis and this is the Goddess of Daydreams Tarot. Today I'll be doing a full moon and Cancer reading. So we're going to be taking a look at the energies that the full moon is bringing in for the collective to be aware of, to be open for, and to be cautious of. This is the first full moon of 2025, so it's really good energy to start manifesting whatever that you desire and need within 2025. And especially that it is in the energy of Cancer, let's make sure that we're manifesting energies that are going to make us feel secure, that's going to make us feel in a gentle flow with ease in our life. Because I will say we are kind of starting off the year quite hectic, especially in the US. So we're going to be taking a look at the energies again that the new moon in Cancer is bringing in for the collective. I am going to be using 2 oracle decks to kind of pick up the overall energy. I'm going to be using the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and I'm introducing a new deck, the Bliss Vampires, from the same person who has done the Oracle of Shadows and Light. So with that said, let's get right in. Please take what resonates. I hope you enjoyed this reading. See, so that's the first one. Now let's pick up for the second. Interesting. All right. So, first card I have is card 27, Ecstasy, Yielding, Rapture, Bliss. Followed by card 11, Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. I kind of feel like this full moon is kind of bringing up some old energies, and I feel like it's going to kind of get you a little bit intense, because especially with this ecstasy flower, with the Rapture and Bliss, yeah, this is definitely an intense energy going on, and it's going to be brought up by some type of old energy from the past. So this could be in relation to, even for some of you, energies of last year that you have already let go, but for some reason, and it feels like a person wants to come back and kind of get you riled up again. It's kind of like they want to throw salt in the wound. Even though like you've been treating yourself, the wound is still kind of fresh. So it hasn't really fully closed. You're working on closing that wound. But I see someone's going to come in and like throw, salt, throw lime, throw hot sauce. Like it's definitely going to like get you in a frenzy. I do want to look a little bit more into this ecstasy energy, because it's like giving me this energy of like violent delights. So the blessing of this card is the ability to surrender to a higher power of your choosing is a vulnerable experience, as well as one which can provide intoxicating levels of delight. Or, through a curse, being enraptured is close to losing yourself, which is one of the keys to the ecstasy it creates. Be sure to stay in touch with your own soul and have a close friend who can remind you of who you are. There is a power in the surrender and great soul ecstasy in the finding of one who, for an instant, takes the burden of decisions. and gives you great relief and satisfaction and pleasure. Be aware that you must choose this person with great care. It is time, though, for you to admit that in some ways, ecstatic experiences are our teacher, only when chosen wisely. So I'm kind of getting two energies with this kind of reading going on. For some of you, it's definitely going to be like an old lover or an old friend or like a family member that you have not spoken to. And I see that they're going to be trying to come around to kind of like play on your energies, especially kind of like bringing up past energies. And it's definitely going to either get you like super pissed off or super sympathetic. But either way, you know that this energy is a manipulation and you don't want to be a part of this energy anymore. And I feel for some of you, especially, that in the beginning of this year, you already had let go of this person and these energies of the past. But I see they kind of want to come back again and, basically like test your waters or see how much hurt that they can cause you. The other energy that I'm getting is for some of you that may be having a hard time letting go of past energies because you're so used to whatever you thought was love or care or kindness was actually just horrid and evil, but it's like an energy that you have always known and that you have always been comfortable with, but you know it is bad for you and you're trying to let it go, but it's like it doesn't want to let go, or you don't want to let go of it. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. So I see because of that, what this full moon is doing is it's kind of pushing the collective a little bit over the edge when it comes to the emotional energies. And it's like, as you're being pushed to the edge with your emotions, do you wish to surrender these emotions to a higher and trusting energy, or are you going to give in and just let this ecstasy take over you? Because I am kind of sensing this ecstasy energy. For some of you, it is very toxic and you're trying to let go of that toxic energy, but oh man, it just hurts so good. Like, it's kind of like that. It hurts so good, but it's also slowly killing you, or it's making you lose focus on who you are. It's going to hurt so good until it no longer hurts good. It's just going to keep hurting and hurting. And I feel like that's what a lot of you in the collective have felt like, and trying to remove this energy. No more hurting. Just being, just doing. So I feel like also with this full moon, it is going to be a great energy to help release whatever past energies that you're trying to finally let go. It's like you need like an emotional, what's the word I'm looking for? An emotional release of all that happened in the past, even if it was last week or yesterday. It definitely needs to be a release of old emotions so that you can let go and be free. Now, let's go into more details with the Panther Oracle and see what's up. Alright, let me get one more spirit. So, I'm looking at these cards, and two of them shows like a red vehicle. So for some of you, keep an eye on your vehicle. I'm also kind of picking up Chariot energy, so definitely big Cancer energy. A lot of movement, a lot of changes, definitely a switch in direction. So that's definitely good news. Speaking of which, yeah, I have the good news card here, but I will get to that in a minute. First card I have is Reservation. Desire, worth, extravagance. I kind of feel like know what your desires are, because I feel for some of you, you have started to realize, especially last year, that some of the desires that you have are not even yours. You were taught to have these certain desires, or that these desires were like made for, like, well, not made, more like custom to own, not even custom, like conditioned. There we go, spirit. These desires were conditioned to be in your life. Like, oh, you want to have a big family. Oh, you want to have this fancy car. You want to have the Birkin bag. You want to have these things, these extravagant things. And I see because of that, like, especially a lot in the world that we live in, people will literally destroy themselves to have these things. Like, it's like getting lost in the ecstasy just to have something that is not even, meant for you, or until you get it and you realize, I didn't really want this anyway. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. Understand through yourself, what is it that, what is really your desires, what is worth getting lost into. Like, because some people, like, okay, something in my head was like getting lost in the sauce. Like, know your sauce, know exactly what you want in life, especially that it is the beginning of the year. You're making the reservation of of your real desires, of what you want in life, and surrendering those desires to the universe so that you can align yourself to these right energies. Now, next I have is mask, deception, pretending, inconsistency. So I get a couple of energies with this card here. So definitely going back to what I was saying, know what your desires are. Don't go by what society or others tell you what your desires should be. Next thing is going back to certain people wanting to come back into your life. I do see that some people want to come and say, like, I've changed for the better. I'm making a turnaround. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm going to treat you better. The yada, 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 same dance, same song, same rhythm. Nothing's going to change about this person. All they're going to do is change their mask, but they're not going to change for who they are. They see your rapture as their bliss, that I'm looking at it. Seeing you being disappointed, seeing you being sad, seeing you being stressed and just low vibrational brings them bliss. When you are in worry, when you are in chaos, they take bliss, they take peace in that. And because they're not around you, they no longer have that bliss. They no longer have that ecstasy. So they wish to come back so that they can put you in these cycles or in this energy once more. I also see with this mask here and going into the reservation, this is also someone that is kind of like a gaslighter or manipulative or manipulator when it comes to, like, telling you what you should be having in your life. Like, oh, if you don't want, like, going back to, I don't know why the Birkin bag is like, I have nothing against Birkin bags. Let's just say they're not really my cup of tea. But I see, like, for some reason in my head, like, a Birkin bag is showing, and it's like someone is like, oh, you don't want a Birkin bag? Like, don't you want to look like you have status in society? And you're like, okay, I can still do that, but I don't have to do it through a Birkin bag. Maybe I could go through it through something else, like land or crystals, something like that. Like, you're understanding yourself, like, I can show my status in society if I want to. It's not, also know that it is an option. It's not an obligation to show, whatever status that you want to show. Some people feel like it's a requirement. So if they look at someone that doesn't feel it's a requirement to show their wealth in society, they see it as some type of weakness and they will try to put you down. This could be through an ex, through family members, through friends. Like, I'm looking at this card, like, so I'm not going to say who, but I know someone through a situation where they were like, kind of like friends with a much more wealthier person, and they were planning some type of trip, but it seems to have kind of cut short because this wealthy friend is like, I'm not gonna make basically accommodations for you. I'm gonna go on the trip just the way I do it with like my rich friends. And this person was like, I have the money to go on this trip, but if you're gonna act like that, then no thanks. It's like some people again feel like, they have the money, they have status, so, I'll treat you however I want to. And, some people need a wake up call. Like, just because you have the money doesn't mean you have control. Not everything you can control with money. Some people can give you the finger and just move forward. And if you have done that, good for you. Because next I have is good news, encouragement, miracle, surprise. I do see that with this full moon, it's definitely going to be coming in with a blessing for some of you who have released or surrendered this energy, or is at least working towards unreleasing and surrendering this energy. Good news is definitely ahead for you within the coming of weeks. It could be a new job opportunity. It could be some type of increase. I do see again like movement, so there is travel ahead of you. But yes, overall good news is coming in as you are removing these people or these energies out of your life. And then last I have is maintenance, amendment, adjustment, restoration. So let's also use this full moon to restore any energies that we have felt we have lost or that we were lost within. Going back with this ecstasy card here, it's kind of like blissful blindness, I guess you could say, of not knowing like the certain hurt or destruction that you're causing yourself. But I do see with this full moon, it is going to be some type of restoration of your spiritual and emotional energies that you have lost when, like, let's just say you have gotten, heated in an argument, or you have lost your cool, kind of, again, participating in those violent delights. I do see restoration and amendment when it comes to that. Let's go into more detail with the tarot. I am using a new tarot deck called the Mystical Manga Tarot. Highly recommend it. Quite beautiful cards, and I really like the energies. Something told me if you feel like causing a rapture, don't. Give your rapture to God. If anything, God is the one that's in charge of the rapture. Even though I kind of feel like this person, again, caused a lot of hurt and pain, and you wish to, kind of give them their comeuppance, allow the universe to do what it needs to be done. Surrender that energy to the universe. All right. So, first card on the reservation, I have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, assess your energies, your wants, your desires, so that you are not losing yourself in like being blindly blissed of energies that are not even yours or that are not meant for you to have. Know what is working for you and know what energies need to be cut away. And I really feel for some of you, you have already been doing that, but it seems to be a little bit more tending to the garden, or, more tending to your energies. So keep focusing on removing energies that no longer serve you. And keep those energies that keep you grounded, that keep you chilled, that keep you in that positive bliss energy. Now, under mask, I have the Emperor here. So when I came with this card, the first energies I was kind of picking up was this person enjoys manipulating and controlling people. They already have worked out like some type of strategy in order for them to get what they want. They play a game with each and every person to get whatever they need out of certain people. Like for you, they might show like a sympathetic face, but for others, they might show like a more dominant face. For some, it's like they put on the victim mask when it comes to you, but then when it comes to certain things that you need or desire, they put on this face where they're very cold and harsh and pretend that they don't even know, or how can I put it, they pretend that they don't know what you're talking about, or that what you are asking for is like out of their reach. Excuse me 1 second. And these are energies that you have dealt with over and over and over again. What you thought was sweet memories are actually bitter, toxic memories. And I see with this Emperor card here, he's going to try to make these sour memories seem sweet. But again, it's like you've kind of already felt through the burn, going back to like, oh, it hurts so good. Back then, it hurts so good, but now it just hurts. And you're just like, I'm not going to be falling for this trick again. Now, under good news, I have the Six of Swords. You are moving forward and away from this toxic energy or energies so that you can receive the good news that it is deserving for you. I also see you moving to calmer waters, and with calmer waters means calmer emotions. So you'll be able to receive the energies that the universe is trying to deliver to you a little more easily. And especially with this Cancer full moon being under a water sign, you definitely want to be in a calm energy so that you can receive the insight and messages that the universe has for you. It wants to align you to the good news. So make sure that you are calm and centered so that you can receive this good news. And then with maintenance, I have the Eight of Pentacles. So we go from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles. Now you're working with the blessings and the good news that you have to your advantage. Now you're understanding what needs to be done, what needs to be corrected, and what needs to be fixed and healed within you and around your environment. You already know, I see for some of you, you are making plans within the year of how to make your space and your life more comfortable and more situated for you so that you can learn to be at least in bliss by yourself, with your own surroundings, with your own energy. For some of you, like I'm being told, like you're going to be working on like maybe some type of like meditation corner. For some of you, it might be like a she shed or a man cave. Like I see some of you, like you're kind of like drawing out these plans. For some of you, you are learning to curve some time out of like a busy schedule and make like a niche of time for yourself at least. Making sure that you're focusing on your energies and your desires. I'm going to pull an extra card for the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, wow. So, from the 7 to the 8, we go to the 9 of Pentacles. So, definitely you are working on being a little more independent. And I do see definitely an increase when it comes to your financial stability or any type of physical stability in your life. I really like how we went from the 7 and the 8 to the 9th for this full moon reading, because a lot of you tend to be manifesting some type of energy where it's going to help you feel stable and more independent. And I do see that this energy is going to be manifesting and coming through. And for some of you that are in a relationship, it's still good to like have an energy of independence. So you're still, remaining connected, you're remaining loyal, trusting with one another, but you also know you have trust with yourself when it comes to your own money and your own time, and again, your own independence. Definitely wealth is going to be growing after you remove certain energies and people out of your life. Give me 1 second. Okay, something told me for some of you, the good news that you might be receiving within the next 2 weeks is that you're going to be moving into a new office or to a new location when it comes to your job. For some of you, it's also going to be working at home. Or for some of you that may be working at home, I do see that you are going to be reserving that spot in your house and being very comfortable in your home while making money. Now, I do see that some people might try to come and like guilt trip you, like, oh, don't you miss like the office, what's it called? Crap. What's that word I'm looking for? The office culture. Yes, some people like to do like, don't you miss the office culture? No, I don't miss sitting in a cubicle for 6 hours a day, surrounded by people that are trying to get me fired because they don't like me for some reason. And I can literally do this job at home a lot more easier and still be on top of my life. It's kind of like, maybe this is like also people's new ecstasy, just working at home. And it's just bothering people that they don't have that control and domination that they used to have back when, offices were full. You're being your own manager. You're I don't want to say like you're micromanaging, but you're like making sure all the details within your life are being managed in the right way, in the right time. You're not overbearing yourself. You don't miss this past energy of the office culture and stuff like that. Point is, aside from the work thing, a lot of you do not miss this energy anymore. And even though right now it seems to be insisting that it comes back into your life, I see that you are moving away for better. And especially when it comes to your peace of mind and when it comes to your money. Because you don't want to be causing a rapture in your old job or in your old relationship. That energy has passed, has passed, and you're ready to move forward. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more insights and messages. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. Excuse me, my God, my room is so dry right now. Sorry. I really hope that you have enjoyed this reading. And thank you to the new and current viewers and subscribers for coming back to my channel and seeing my messages. I hope the insight and the readings that I have given to you have helped you on your spiritual journey. And if you feel that this reading did not resonate, no worries. Feel free to check out the other readings on my channel. There's definitely a message there for you. Wait a minute. I just realized I need to close out this reading with some final messages from the clone. Spirit, thank you for reminding me. I'm like, it's basically, I'm just so done with this energy because it has definitely been coming like on and off in my readings, like past energies wanting to come back when they've been let go and put in the past for a reason. So let me just give you these final two messages from the clone. First I have is the mist. So with the mist, I'm kind of being told it's kind of like giving me a Four of Swords energy. Withdraw and take the time away from like the bustling and the hustling. Kind of be hidden in the mist and just call back your energy and take the time to calm your mind. Center your third eye. Make sure that your energies within your mind are being focused and clear. And then last I have is the float. So with the float, again, I see like this with movement, being with the Six of Swords, seeing with the maintenance and reservation cards, all about movement. I do see that you are being elevated into a better situation when it comes to your life. You are moving up and away from past energies. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you're escaping these energies into a more positive environment, to a more positive mindset, and just a more positive lifestyle that you wish to create for yourself. And you will create that because with the 7 and the 8 and the 9 of Pentacles, you are working very hard and diligently to make sure that whatever you desire, you get, especially now that you know exactly what you are desiring in your life and what you want. You're floating into your wishes coming true. And with that said, stay safe and have a good day.